What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Augur to BTC. And I believe tomorrow will be the last day of RAP to BTC. They'll be doing another altcoin for review. Now, before we dive into the charting and things like that, I do want to look at obviously the coin market cap and some other crypto related news, because I think it's quite important and how it reflects the market. It's very interesting what is going on right now in the market. Very, very, very interesting. We're seeing, Bitcoin break $11,000 with crazy volume. We're seeing Ethereum break $300 with crazy volume. And now we're seeing Litecoin consolidate, trade sideways, not move. Very interesting, and I want to give you my kind of 2 cents, what I think about things and where I expect this market to go and what I expect things to happen and what I'm personally going to be doing. But if any of that sounds interesting, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Let's jump right into today's episode. So as you guys can see, we're on the current coin market cap, and from yesterday, we're now even higher. Volume, kind of the same thing. Bitcoin dominance, kind of a little bit higher. And then market cap is much higher, now $330 billion. You can see as we scroll down, pretty much everything is up except for Litecoin. Very interesting. We're seeing Bitcoin up 12, Ethereum up 7, XRP up 3, Litecoin 1%. Interesting. The rest of the cryptos 3 to 8%. Absolutely wild that we're seeing tons of bullish volume, tons of money moving into the exchanges. Absolutely nothing moving into Litecoin. Very interesting. I want to look at the charts. Furthermore, moving on to an article that I want to read to you guys because I think it's quite interesting. This is posted by the Wall Street Journal saying Bitcoin is back above $10,000 and investors say that this rally is different. Why is it different? So Bitcoin rose over $10,000 for the first time in over a year, riding a new wave of optimism about the value and the futures of digital currencies. The world's most popular crypto surged, as we know, late Friday yesterday, hitting a high of $10,900, and now we're above $11,000. And smart money institutions have officially, or certainly, began to come into crypto and started to kind of stir up some drama, I guess, or some volume into the market. And as we know, when Bitcoin first crossed 10,000 in November of 2017, it took just 18 days to hit its all-time high of nearly $20,000 before it came crashing down. The latest rebound has come with less hype and perhaps more hope that market is showing some signs of maturing. So that is also huge, onto this market. So as we know, when we had the previous bull run within Bitcoin, we saw a ton of, hyped up media, hyped up news. Everybody was talking about it, and it really overinflated the price of the crypto and shot it up when nobody really knew what exactly was going on. This previous movement is much quieter. There's a lot less people that are involved in it, and it's working strong. And that's why I think moving on to long term, if you really want to cash out and make money on this stuff, I'm going to just hold on to it long term until we see some movement upwards. Now, it is definitely possible that we can obviously experience retracement, and that's why not everything is going to be held. But in a market like this, it's quite unpredictable. I mean, we have a beautiful uptrend right here. We have an ascending wedge forming, and we broke bullish out of our ascending wedge. Now, there was no real, it's tough. There was no real, resistance at the top. I wanted to really quickly just see if there was a small cap right there. Yeah, it's really tough. There's really nothing that was there to indicate a bullish, movement to the upside. I mean, I can kind of draw it in, but it's not really going to be a great giveaway. But you can see right here, if I did kind of cap that right there, and then we scroll back and look at what exactly that may have done on the market, you can kind of see that there was a channel there. But what most likely should have been doing was, trading out sideways. We were looking for consolidation, so clearly that was a resistance, but nobody was anticipating that in an overbought already market, we were going to skyrocket and shoot up to a higher price level. Now, these moves obviously are much more difficult to trace, and that's why I'm saying the best thing to do in terms of, because nobody really knows, and all the other YouTubers you can watch, nobody's going to know where exactly this market's going. They're really not. They can make their predictions, but honestly, your best bet is to do one of two things. This is what I do personally. I have money in a ledger stored away. that's locked gains. That's 100% gains. Long term, forget about it. And then I have money, I put like a couple $1,000s in that I can play around with in the market, not really worry about. That's kind of the best thing you can do. Have some skin in the game, trading short term, and then long term movement. This is kind of like something you forget about and leave in a wallet. But the fact that, in a cold storage wallet, and you forget about it. But you can see this bullish breakout shot up volume, and we're not seeing that move, into really Litecoin at all. You can see Litecoin right here is actually trading out sideways, acting more so how it should be compared to these other cryptos. Tons of volume is moving into, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Nothing's really moving into Litecoin. And Litecoin seems to be acting more towards technical analysis than these other cryptos. And these are very hard to trace. And I was talking to people on Patreon, and I read everybody on Patreon. And, guys, there's no way you can predict this bullish movement like that. This sideways, straight up that defies, charting. Not many people are going to know that that's happening. That's a fluke. But we do know that Litecoin is currently acting how technical analysis works. And you're seeing the sideways movement within its ascending triangle that's taking place right now. We're heading a strong resistance at the top, and we're also nearing overbought. It doesn't make sense for this coin to shoot up, theoretically. But it is obviously possible. This isn't 100% effective all the time. We could anticipate a retracement. That's what I'm calling. Now, obviously, with the rest of the markets, a lot of people are like, oh, you missed out on this gain. That's not true, because I do have long-term money that's stored away. I'm not going to show you guys a ledger every single time we move up, but this was bought many months ago. Towards the earlier stages of my channel, back in, I think it was December, January. Many months ago. This is maybe the middle of my channel career, and that I've been holding since then, and it's just been growing steadily and slowly. So there is a locked-in profit. And I don't plan on selling it for another couple of years. This isn't a for you guys, it shouldn't be this full-time thing. Don't invest your money that you're not comfortable with losing. And I like to tell every single person that gets, my friends, family, whoever wants to invest in this, they want to invest a ton. They think they can make a ton, but don't invest a ton of money that you expect to lose. This is a high-risk gambling thing. So you got to be really careful when you're investing in terms like that. So we're seeing a breakout within Bitcoin. We're seeing a breakout within Ethereum. Ethereum is actually nowhere near overbought. We're just now retesting overbought, while Bitcoin is extremely overbought at 80 on the RSI. Ethereum looking a lot less, and then I believe we're having an inverse pattern with RAP Augur, which is now retracing even lower. So beautiful chartings. I'm really glad that we were told to look at RAP from one of my patrons. Now you can see this is breaking bearish. And we're seeing an inverse between the other cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Augur. For those of you who are new to the channel, these are acting different. Volume that goes into the big cryptos sinks some of the smaller ones. And then when, it leaves the bigger cryptos, it goes back into the, Augur and other cryptos like that. So we could anticipate a movement back upwards. There's plenty of potential to go back upwards. This is what we look for. We look for, an oversold candle, and we look for one that's pretty darn low. This is pretty darn low. It's below the high low MMA. We could anticipate movement to the other side. But we have to take into consideration that this big bullish run within all the cryptos are not yet over. So we have to watch. We have to trade conservatively and wait for the proper movement. And it's tough, I'm really trying to see, Litecoin more than definitely is going to trade out sideways. I do think this is consolidation, needs to trade out sideways. As for Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe Facebook coin really pumped up this crypto. If a lot of you guys know why this bullish breakout happened, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. But my main point to you guys is you guys are here because you're interested in learning charts. You're interested in making money. And I don't want you to lose money. Obviously, I don't want to give you guys wrong advice. You take it and you lose money. So my best advice to you guys would be invest conservatively and hold on, or at least a portion of your crypto for the long term. When you're investing long term into a crypto, find ones that you don't really look at the price as much as you do look at the company itself, because there are some good price cryptos, but for the most part, they might be a bad company and they're going to fall off in a couple of months. So invest in a strong company that you believe in. Litecoin is mine, and invest in that one. Hold on to it long term, and it will make you so much more money. You know, I've seen these markets the past, I believe it is now, 2019, 17, 18, 2 years I've been in crypto, watching these charts. And I'll tell you, I've done both methods, trying to, short-term trade versus long-term holding. And let me tell you, it's much more profitable to hold on to it long-term. So, I love you guys' feedback. I appreciate it. Once again, leave some comments down below. I love to read them. But that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.